resin makes it look real good.
Hey y'all, I'm Magically Michael and welcome to my channel. Today I'm in business on the move and I'm going to show y'all how I personalize these ashtrays. Let's go.
Okay guys, so for today's project I'm using the Cricut Joy. Here you see me uploading the image into my Cricut. I like to use my phone because it's easier for me. The Cricut Joy I think has the most precise cut and it's easier to work with for smaller projects. I had the opportunity to help create this logo, so I already have the transparent files and the files that I would need for the logo. Here you see me uploading the image of the logo that my customer wanted, and I'm just uploading this one so I can make sure everything fits the correct way. Here I'm just saving it. Once it pops up on the screen, I'm going to edit the first file that I uploaded to fit. I already measured the ashtray to see what size I needed it to be. So I'm sizing the image of the logo to that size. And then I'm going to split up the original image that I uploaded. And then I go to contour in order to split them up. I just take off the letters that I don't need. They made it easier, so you see me tapping at the bottom of the screen. You can just click on the ones that you don't need of the image. And from here, once you get the split that you need, so like now I have the G, I'm gonna go and do the same thing, contour, and just get the C. And then from the C, I go in again after I size it up and make sure it's all correct sizing. I'll go and get the Cricut. Once I do that, I'll change up the colors to match on what I need it to be once I get ready to cut it out on the Cricut. So I'm gonna speed it up for y'all. Here I'm just making sure the size is correct and everything matches up. I'm making sure my colors are all the same. Making sure the G is on top of the C the way the logo is. Putting Cricut under, making sure that it's lined up correctly. Once I have all the sizing done, I delete everything that I don't need. Here I am making sure I have all the correct sizing. You see me measuring the ashtrays again. Then I go and edit the sizing. Once I'm done editing the sizing, I duplicate it. So I have 3 of them. I duplicated it twice. I had to go in and make sure I click on Cricut Joy. And as you can see, my colors are lined up correctly. And here we are getting ready to cut it out. These sheets are different colors of permanent vinyl. You can find them anywhere, but remember, all permanent vinyl are not equal. Some of them are easier to cut than others. Some of them are very difficult, so you want to make sure you get a good quality of permanent vinyl. Now I'm just waiting for my Cricut Joy to connect to the phone. Sometimes it takes a while to recognize what we're doing. Once it is connected, I'm able to go ahead and click on it. And here's where I get ready to tell the machine what I want it to do. On this one, I'm using premium vinyl. I always select more because I want a more precise cut. After I tell it what type of material I'm using and how I want it cut, I go ahead and lay down the sheet on the mat, and then I have the Cricut Joy so it sucks it in. After the Cricut Joy sucks it in and make sure it's the right material, I have to press go. Once I press go, it starts to cut. After this one is cut, then I proceed to do the same thing to the other two sheets. So since the yellow one is done, you see me loading in the green one. You see the same thing, same type of material, same type of cut. After this green sheet is done, we'll move on to the purple. And y'all, when I tell y'all this purple gave me so much trouble, and the reason why I know now it gave me so much trouble is because my mat was not sticky enough. You have to make sure your mat is holding the vinyl in place so it doesn't move around while you're cutting. And this is just me doing the purple portion over and over again, trying to figure out why it wasn't cutting correctly, when all I had to do was just change out my mat and then it worked perfectly. After I had everything cut out correctly, I began to trim all the extra off and then started to weed. With this one, you see the C's. Take the extra vinyl off and then do the same thing with the green G's and the purple Gray and Company. Once all those are done, hopefully you'll see me put them all together and then lay them on the ashtray. Look how good those C's look. Don't they look good? And there are the G's. Here you see me cutting out each one, making sure they line up together. Then I use the sticky transfer paper to line them up on top of each other. From there, I grab the ashtray, and the transfer paper helps me to guide the vinyl inside the ashtray and make sure it is lined up correctly. I'm also pressing down to make sure everything is sticking to the ashtray. Then I lift the transfer paper up, and y'all, my battery died on the camera, so I had to use my phone for this portion. But here I am trying to get the purple part to stick to the ashtray. I had to use my tweezers and I had to make sure I trim the transfer paper so that I can get in the ashtray the way I needed to get in there. I used my tweezers and my weeder to press down on the transfer paper and to pull it off. Now I have all 3 ashtrays complete. The vinyl's on there. Everything looks great. Now I'm going to show you the UV resin that I'm going to be using today. This UV resin has a low odor and it cures fast. This is the light that I use, the UV light that I use for the resin. That helps it cure. I'm also going to be using a glove and a popsicle stick. Okay, so now I am pouring the resin on top of the vinyl, and I'm using the popsicle stick to move the resin around. I don't like the way this one came out, so I did the second one a different way. I was trying to make it look good and I didn't like it, but I did let it sit under the UV light to let it cure and see how it came out. I didn't like it, so with the second one I actually just poured the resin on and moved the ashtray around so the resin could move around, and I made sure that the vinyl was all covered with resin, and I liked this way better. Everything was clear and it didn't look messy. So in order to correct the one I did the first time, it was still wet. So I just poured more resin on top and moved it around, and it made it clearer and made it look a lot better. So I think these came out awesome. All right, y'all, that is it for this video. Let me know what y'all think. I think they are perfect. See? That resin makes it look real good. And the vinyl isn't going to move or anything. So they are going to last a long time. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all going to try my method. Let me know if y'all liked it, and I'll continue to make more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye. That resin makes it look real good.